Hi YouTube, welcome back to my YouTube channel. We're going to be talking about overt narcissists. So in my previous videos, I told you guys that I was raised by narcissistic parents, by a covert narcissist and a malignant narcissist. So I've dealt with narcissists literally all my life, and I always get placed with more narcissists somehow. But the overt narcissist that lives near me, I'm gonna go to detail on how I picked up that I was dealing with another narcissist. Now, a narcissist will target you as soon as they see you. They already see all your good qualities, everything that they want for themselves. And they're going to pretend to love bomb you. They're going to overpower you with so much positive energy and so much acceptance and so much fake flattery. They will compliment you nonstop, and then they will try to hook you in to fall for them. But all they're doing is they're just mirroring all your positive qualities back to you. So in that moment, you're just seeing a reflection of all your good qualities being reflected back onto you. And so they place you on this pedestal, they make you feel like you're on a cloud and like life is so wonderful because they hit you with a greatly amount of dopamine that hits your brain. So then you have that happens to you during that love bombing stage, and it'll last a couple of months, or it can even last up to several years, depending on how much the narcissist wants to deceive you for. They will be fake for as long as it benefits them. And so once they start to love bomb you, you're going to see a different side of them. They're going to give you some dirty stares, the narcissistic stare, and most of it's just meant to lower your self-esteem down, to make you feel inferior to them. They are completely envious of you, and their eyes are dark and empty and soulless. There's nothing there. It's like a blank hole that you're just staring into. And that is exactly what a narcissist is. They're empty vessels, empty shells with no personality and no identity. And they can only pretend for so long before they get tired of pretending and they have to just be who they truly are, because they're a narcissist. But they only idealize you towards the beginning because they see that they think that you're this perfect human being, that you're flawless, that you're everything that they ever wanted you to be. But then as soon as you do something that goes against what they thought of you, they're going to start to devalue you and see you as nothing and criticize every single thing about you. Even everything that they admired in the beginning, they're going to begin to talk down on every single thing that they loved about you. And all of a sudden, they go from loving you to hating you, but hating you intensely, because they can't stand the fact that you're not this perfect person. And that's why they treat you so badly, because they get bored of you. So when they get bored, they go out and they go find other narcissistic supplies, because they're constantly in a state of boredom and they constantly need to be on the go, on the run, to find more and more narcissistic supply. When they're done having that idealization phase with you, now they're going to go to entertain other people. But you're going to be the one that's going to suffer from their abuse, because everything that goes wrong in their life, any mistake, all their self-loathing that they feel every single day about themselves, they're going to throw it all onto you. and they're going to make you feel like you're the problem, that you're responsible for every and any single thing that they do wrong, or anything that they feel bad about themselves. They're going to make you feel that same exact way how they feel every single day, because they're in constant war with themselves, and they want everybody else to feel as miserable as they feel. Now, the narcissistic individual, I barely came out of a relationship with a covert narcissist, and I was still educating myself on narcissism. And as I was watching TikTok videos and stuff like that, that narcissist, one day I went knocking and I complained about something. And she had told me that I was a narcissist. And I had said, no, I'm not. And I know what a narcissist is. Do you know what a narcissist is? She stayed silent. She didn't say anything. She continued to project back that I was a narcissist, because a narcissist will reveal and tell on themselves. They can't help it. They need to tell you exactly who they are, because they get triggered at the fact that you're going to find out what they are beneath that mask. And then she proceeded to call me a hypocrite, racist, that I was just being a victim, that I'm arrogant, all because of the narcissistic envy. I knew from the start, I felt that energy of jealousy and envy towards me, because you already know when someone feels threatened by you. And so I started to say the things that were wrong about that individual, and that individual switched the subject, so shifted the blame like a narcissist will do, and blames you for the way that you react to their abuse, and then started to use word salad. So talking a bunch of things that literally had nothing to do with the conversation that was started with. All of a sudden we were talking about things that had nothing to do with the conversation. A narcissist will do this intentionally to distract the victim towards actually saying what's wrong with that person that's doing those things to you. They'll start abusing you when you come with them towards the truth. All of a sudden now they're going to abuse you and name call you and put you down, because they can't handle accountability and taking responsibility for what they do wrong. So they'll do that, and then she proceeded to gaslight me and make me question my own reality and the way that I saw everything for what it was and what it truly was, because I trust my intuition. And I knew from that start, after that interaction, that I was dealing with a narcissist, because I reflected back on the argument and I started putting everything together, from the projection, from the gaslighting, from the shame lifting, from the word salad, from the triangulation, bringing a third party person to also join into making me feel that there was something wrong with me. Everything was the behavior of a narcissist, the patterns, from the idealization to the devaluation. And then from there, she proceeded to start a smear campaign against me and make it seem that I was the inflictor and I was the perpetrator abusing her, when in fact it was the other way around. And so the narcissist needs to go to as many people and just lie about the situation and pretend that they're actually the victim. They will believe their own lies about themselves that they create. They start arguments, they start fights with people, and then they want to believe that they're the victim, that the whole world is against them, that somehow everyone is jealous and envious of them. And then after that, the narcissist will tell you to apologize to them for everything that they did to you, after all the insults, the name calling, after devaluing you and putting you down and mistreating you. They expect you, the entitlement right there, that's entitlement. They expect you to apologize to them after what they did to you. And when you tell them you also have to apologize, they do not want to hear that because they're a narcissist. They truly believe that they never do nothing wrong, that they're perfect human beings, that everything that goes wrong in their life is always someone else's fault. The narcissist does not have self-awareness. They can't introspect and realize that they're the ones who create all their problems, and they're the ones that have the negative energy to begin with. But they know exactly what they do. They're not innocent. They're not unaware of what they decide to do to someone. They know when they want to put someone down because they feel threatened. Their self-esteem is jeopardized. They need to feel like they're above everyone else, so they constantly need to put everyone down. These are all behaviors of a narcissist. Another quality about a narcissist is after they completely abuse you and you finally walk away, the narcissist will try to return to continue to argue because they were feeding off of your energy and they need to continue to feed off of that energy. And after those interactions, your energy is depleted because they're energy vampires. They drain all of your energy. And they actually, at the end of that argument, they feel better. They're a lot more happier because their mission was to take away your energy and to keep you in a state of confusion and misery and sadness. So when they do something like that to you, they're going to be happy and they're going to feel so good and go on with their life as if nothing happened, as if there was never an argument there to begin with. Because they have selective memory. They will purposely forget about what they did to you, and they want you to forget it too and just drop it and move on. And whenever you bring back what they did to you, they're going to pretend like they don't remember and that never happened. They're going to gaslight you and tell you that you're crazy, that something's wrong with you, that you're just too dramatic, that you're creating stuff, when in reality is that you are just holding them accountable for their actions. And so then, after that happened, the narcissist knew that I was onto her, and I knew exactly what she was. I stared into her eyes and I could see the emptiness and I could see what was behind that mask and that facade. And then the narcissist will ghost you. They will give you the silent treatment. They will cut off all forms of communication. They will ghost you and avoid you at all costs because you just caused a narcissistic injury to them. You caused a hit to their ego. They protect their ego at all costs. And their egos are so fragile that any perceived criticism, any person that speaks the truth automatically becomes their enemy. And then after that happened, then the narcissist will try to come back into your space, pretending to be your friend and pretending to charm you and seduce you, to hoover you back into the relationship because they were feeding off of that negative narcissistic supply and the attention that you were giving them. And so they're like an addict and they're desperate. They need to continue to have that source of energy that they were getting from you. And that's why they try to come back to you and try to love bomb you all over again. They try to flatter you again. They try to do all these nice things for you again and treat you like they love you and like they truly like you, just to get you back in under their control and just so they can continue to abuse you. Because they don't change. They don't actually take the time to take responsibility for their actions. They just want you to continue to be their source of narcissistic supply. So they'll just be nice to you and compliment you just because they need that fuel that feeds them. It validates who they are as a person. So when you argue with a narcissist, they actually think, oh wow, this person cares about me because they're actually they're actually focusing on me and this and that. That's how delusional they are in their mind. They're like a toddler. They're like they're literally a toddler living in an adult body. The way that they behave, the way that they think is the mentality of a toddler. That's how immature these people are. Because a mature person will be able to actually accept their faults and their mistakes and actually come forward towards you and tell you, you know what, I actually messed up. Can we fix this? But a narcissist will completely avoid at all costs taking accountability for their actions because they're like a kid. They insult you, they bully you, and then they run away and they go hide because they have to protect themselves from being criticized for who they truly are. And so all that happened, I knew exactly that I was dealing with another narcissist because the narcissist will, when you tell them they're a narcissist, they're going to project it back on you and make you feel that you're the narcissist. So the narcissist will always tell you exactly who they are by what they choose to say about you. They're just telling on themselves. So when they call you selfish, when they call you arrogant, that you're self-absorbed, that you're a hypocrite, that's exactly everything that they are. They spend their whole entire life just focusing and living through other people's lives and focusing on other people's mistakes and stuff like that. And they feed off of people. They can't handle themselves, so they always have to use other people as a distraction to face themselves. So this story is about this overt narcissist. And till this day, I'm still dealing with the manipulation. They still try so hard to love bomb you, to talk to you as if nothing ever happened, to pretend like they're your friend, like they like you. The only reason why the narcissist is wanting to come back to you is because they want to get their revenge. They're not done abusing you. They need to vindicate against you actually putting them in their place, and because they always want to one-up every person in their life. That's why they don't stop arguing when people say that's enough. They want to continue to argue because they have to be on top and one up every person that tries to put them in their place. But as an educated empath and as someone who actually studied narcissism and has experienced narcissistic abuse for 21 years of my life, these narcissists are unable to control and manipulate me because I'm able to see the pattern. It starts with idealization, devaluation, breadcrumbing, devaluation again, criticizing, breadcrumbing again, love bombing, and then they discard you, and then they try to hoover you back into the relationship, and they want to start this whole cycle again with you. They're not coming back because they miss you and because they finally realize their mistakes and their wrongdoings. They're coming back because they need what you have, your energy. They need to continue to mimic your personality traits. Sometimes narcissists just want to get close to you so they can, little by little, take your personality traits and your qualities and mimic them and take them as their own. And so the narcissist will also mimic you. You're going to catch the narcissist doing things that you do, copying the way that you behave, copying what you say, copying the way that you walk, the way that you talk, your body language. The narcissist will literally take on your whole identity because they're envious of what you have. And so they don't have their own identity, so they need to steal the identity of other people that they look up to and that they admire. They see other people as extensions of themselves. So when they target their narcissistic victim, they see qualities that they want to possess